Artificial Intelligence Police Department, or A.I.P.D, is a fast, competent, and gorgeous twin-stick shooter, and to be quite honest, there's not much more to say about it than that. Personally, I'm not overly into the genre since the gameplay tends to get a bit repetitive after a time, but A.I.P.D's neon aesthetic and vibrant particle-filled explosive gameplay drew me, and what I found was pretty enjoyable. The story, if you care about it, involves the player entering into a cyber arena to combat the evil AI within it. That's about it. Cybercrime and stuff. Before each run, you're given the opportunity to customize your ship with one of 6 different types of weapons and vehicle modifications. It's pretty standard fare here. You start with a Gatling gun and basic shield modification, and as you play, you unlock new and more interesting stuff, such as the accelerator, which fires through multiple targets, or the point defense shield modifier, which will destroy enemy projectiles for you. It's a bit light, all told, but A.I.P.D's strength isn't in its unlocks, but in its gameplay. In the standard mode, after each round, you're given the option to choose between 2 random modules which will affect the game going forward. The more difficult the module, the higher its score multiplier, so there's a bit of risk-reward going on here with a random factor that makes each run unique and exciting. There's 3 other modes that function similarly to standard, but you begin the game with a specific modifier. For example, if you choose to play tough transporters, then super weapon transports will be fully upgraded right off the bat, which makes them harder to destroy, and in turn, harder to get those precious game-changing pickups, such as the big bomb. Hostile space means any environmental modules are turned on from the get-go, and high-tech armada means that all enemies start with all their abilities. Then there's the design mode, which allows you to customize your game to your liking by choosing how many of the 24 modules are active from the start. The more you choose, the higher your starting multiplier bonus. It's a nice bit of customization that allows the player to really test their skills and see how they rank against their friends and the world in the game's leaderboards. Lastly, the game supports 4-player co-op, and this brings me to what I find to be the game's biggest drawback. It's local only. I can't fault them too much for this because sometimes it's just not in the budget, and I'm certainly not in a position to speculate what they could have changed to allow it. I imagine this feature will see more use on console, but I'm a PC gamer, and it's a bit of a bummer not to be able to invite some friends in, customize a ridiculous game, and see how long we can last. Titles like last year's Duck Game or Move or Die owe their success to the online community, and while I don't necessarily see room for something like Steam Workshop support in A.I.P.D, it would be extremely awesome if players could perhaps share their custom game modes with each other, as well as play online cooperatively. Despite this drawback, A.I.P.D is as I said it was from the start, an extremely beautiful and competent twin-stick shooter. It's not going to rattle any cages, but there's a fun time to be had here if you're a die-hard fan of the genre. Just keep in mind to bring a friend if you want to maximize the game's potential. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more indie spotlights.